Okay, it worked that time. So this was supposed to be a test. So we're going to keep it as a test. Mostly live seems to make more sense because I don't really know what I'm doing. So we're just going to do this so that I don't overthink it because that's what I do best. All right, so I guess I should probably just delete this whole thing. Wow. I didn't expect it to work because it didn't work last time. I guess I'm supposed to look at the camera. Okay. So why am I doing this? Um, the biggest reason is I am in recovery, and in just a couple of days, I will be 9 months sober. And I have been enjoying uh, so many things. And one of the things that inspired me to start this was a blog by someone by the name of Frank James, who I found when I was doing some INFJ research and um, quickly became really interested in the medium and the things that that would be able to provide. Um, but I'll never be able to, or at least right now, I can't. I just don't have the time to do all that cool editing and stuff. So this is what you get. And I guess I just need to talk somehow out. Um, and I'm going to try and do this in a semi regular kind of way, um, at least during my work week. Um, it feels better to extrovert on this kind of medium than traditional social media outlets because I've seen better results from interactions like this versus Facebook, for example. Um, and I've watched my life progressively get both more simple and more complicated, I suppose, over the past 9 months now. And there are things called promises. And if you've ever been in any kind of recovery room or circle, um, they often will read them out, and they have to do with basically developing the kind of inner resilience that I found myself always seeking. Um, this is just a kind of preliminary first test, so I'm not going to go too far into the story of what got me into the rooms, but by simply doing as instructed by those who had lives that were more in the realm of the kind of life I wanted to have, I've already seen these promises start to come true. Um, Developing an inner kind of resilience that is recognized externally and the kind of purpose beyond self, I suppose, that I was always seeking as an INFJ, which isn't what this channel is about, but it's sort of a segue for what inspired me to start doing this. Um, so, so I went from pretty much, give or take, since college, about a decade of just trying to keep a job that didn't make me completely miserable. And due to kind of a variety of factors, that didn't happen as nearly as smoothly as I was led to believe it would for someone with a college degree. And so I was always pretty much in these scenarios where I was just stable enough, but I was always kind of waiting for the other shoe to drop. And more often than not, it did. And if it didn't, I made it drop just because of, finding certain kind of corporate environments just unacceptable. And just wondering why nothing was working. Um, I had always thought of myself as a reasonably intelligent person, and I had done supposedly all the right things. Um, but it just wasn't hitting, and I wasn't sure what element was missing, why I didn't have my purpose, why I didn't have my vision, why it wasn't clear what I was supposed to be doing or how I could be helping. I always had this feeling of inadequacy, like deep inadequacy. And I feel like that is one of the things that I will probably always struggle with. And, but I'm not letting it keep me in a state of paralysis and under I guess, underutilization of myself to put myself in environments where I used to that were just never going to be able to um, appreciate me, I guess, um, and that I was never going to be able to flourish within. Call centers, for example. I have no idea how this video is going, by the way, and I'm not, like I said, I'm not going to edit it. Um, Probably should be looking at the camera more, right? Feedback will be welcome, please. I like feedback. But I pretty much just want to try and share some experience, strength, and hope. Um, that as soon as I started following instructions of people that knew better, that had similar mental patterns, it's easy to say, it's about the substance that you use. In my case, it was alcohol. It's easy to say it was a drinking problem, but it's very clear that it was a thinking problem. So undoing ways of thinking is pretty much the chief challenge of any addict. And that is something that needs regular maintenance. And as an introvert, I can't always get to meetings. And this is sort of my way to put a share out there. So this week was beautiful and difficult and challenging. And having more resilience enables me to be out and engaged in the world more so than I was while I was drinking. Um, and what I found myself starting to do this week was just letting that be it. I have to be giving out, out, out. And I found my introverted nature just screaming. Um, so what I'm seeking now is to find ways to support my recovery while um, honoring my deep need for solitude. So that's where I'm at today. And I'm probably going to have a pretty solitary weekend here. So this is a little intro. I will sort of close there. But, are you in recovery? This is minus AA, my primary recovery group. But I'm not going to, I don't see any need to keep dialogue restricted to that. Um, and so I'd be very interested to hear, you know, where you're at in your journey, what experience, strength, and hope you might want to share um, on a channel like this. And yeah, that's it for now. Be well, everybody. Thanks for listening. Bye.